we got another question over here. Let's get to it.
Hey guys, I'm
Hey, girl.
Lauren, and I go by Access Lauren, and I have two questions.
Access
My
Lauren.
first question is for Anton. First and foremost, I just want to say I respect you so much for being in a marriage 20 years plus. That's amazing. As a mother of 3 sons from a 13-year relationship that did not work out, I want to know. I'm not sure if you have a daughter, but if you had a daughter, and she accidentally messed up and she ended up having a child out of wedlock and she didn't end up with that guy, and it didn't work out. Do you feel like she deserves love still? Do you feel like she still deserves to have a situation?
If your daughter made a mistake and had a baby out of wedlock, do she still deserve love?
You make a mistake.
Does she?
Ooh, that's a good one, because anybody that knows his Anton's stance on this, he often says, and it's a harsh reality, that women that have children out of wedlock do not deserve love. Like, you gotta thug it out with the decisions that you make, and he holds people to a high level of accountability. Using his daughter's a pretty interesting tactic here, I'm not gonna lie, but he's probably gonna be consistent on this one.
I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna get a context. All right? No.
Thank you.
No.
No.
Okay. She don't get a pass?
She don't get a pass. Absolutely not.
Are you helping with the baby?
No.
You gonna love on the baby?
That's crazy.
No, she
That's
needs
count.
to.
That's
She,
count.
no,
When
it's
he
not
see that
cap.
grandchild, he gonna
Yeah,
help
that's
her with
count.
that
That's
baby.
count.
That's
He's
for
a
sure,
good
Kat.
guy.
I'm trying to tell
He's
you.
a great guy.
Listen.
Okay.
I teach my daughter that, first of all, I don't believe in dating. I'm not going to talk about that yet. However, I teach my daughter that, for example, when she gets married, you got to cleave to the person that you with. Ain't no mistakes. You smart. I taught you well. You didn't make a mistake and have a kid out of wedlock. You opened up your legs to somebody you shouldn't have been with in the first place. You got to be responsible for that. You got to own that. You have to own that. And more importantly, I have to ask you, why are you not with him? Why did you leave? Go. If he was good enough to open up your legs to, that's your husband.
What about if he
That
leaves?
thing was thumping. It wasn't
about
that he
if he
was
leaves,
good
bro?
enough. It
The
was.
crazy thing is, modern women do not operate like that, like at all. The last thing these women are looking at is marriage when it comes to, their sexual encounters. Some women they're serial daters. You know what I mean? They go wherever the footlong at. You know what I'm saying?
What if
I
she
was
say? What if she
ovulating,
say,
Dad?
Daddy, when I first met him, he was everything that he was supposed to be.
There's always
But
signs,
after
though.
I had this kid down the line.
There's always
all of a
signs, though.
sudden, he put
Always
his hands on me.
signs.
You gonna tell her to stay through that?
Well, first of all, I don't believe her because she went
I don't
against what
believe
I
her.
taught her in the first place.
You don't believe her.
And that she should have got married before she carried. And if she got married before she carried, that means I would have been able to vet that man out too. So
Meanwhile, this
it's-
nigga.
it's-
put
So
his
what if she
hands
married
on
him?
There's too
me.
many layers, and this is the reason why you need a community. A community is not there to raise your child. A community was there to help you vet through the bad decisions that you was gonna make before you had a child. So I don't believe in excuses. I believe in ownership and accountability. I don't believe in that shit.
But as a man,
So to answer your question, no, I don't think you deserve any better.
as a man,
Oh,
I
shit.
Any better?
as a man, I can say
And I love you.
As a man, I can say I made
I
mistakes.
rock with you.
Rico, what you saying?
As a man, I can say I made mistakes in my discernment, right? I wasn't always perfect in my discernment, nor do I expect anybody to be perfect in the discernment. And in fact, at pivotal times, you can actually be imperfect when you need it to be perfect the most. So when it comes to a man vetting, and I have a daughter myself, so when it comes to a man vetting the daughter's boyfriend or husband, whatever it may be, you don't know who that person will turn out to be 10 years down the line. There's a lot of people, first of all, a lot of these marriages don't fail until after a 7-year mark, right? So when they fail after the 7-year mark, they usually been together for some time before that. So if I just hypothetically say they had a decade in, the same person I am at 25 is not the same person I am at 35, right?
That's a fact. I'll give you that.
And
People do change.
unfortunately, some
People do
men
grow.
and women can go backwards.
That's a fact.
So with
Yeah.
that being said, does she deserve love? In my opinion, is yes, she always deserves love.
Of course.
But at the same time, she needs to understand what she missed out, which allowed her to rob herself of having real love in a real relationship.
No, she deserved love from that dude who she married. That's where.
And a lot of guys are going to have this same perspective because it's like, yo, at the end of the day, you chose this person, right? Like, you opened your legs up to this person. You had kids by this person. and you knew who this person was when you were making all these decisions. Now that the game done flipped on top of its head, that this person is no longer the same, now you're asking for another dude to take the sole responsibility of the mistakes that you made. And a lot of these alpha men, red pill talkers, or just men of success, don't respect that. You know what I mean? Like, because that way, how do we ever hold anybody accountable for the decisions that we're making? Because men, listen, the standard is accountability. If you're a man and you live a life without responsibility and accountability, I can't get down with you. My life is a busy life, you know, and we're taught at a very early age that there are consequences behind the decisions that we make. Some men still choose to go down that path, and then they have to live with it. There's no way to absolve us or save us of making mistakes. So oftentimes, a lot of men feel like, yo, when you make a mistake and you dealing with a guy that was abusing you or a guy that cheats on you, he been doing all that. You've been all that. You've been participating in all that. Now you want to use your kids as a reason or like wanting a second chance at love. And I'm not going to sit here and say you don't deserve love. I'm not going to go to that extent. The sympathy just isn't there for me.
But what if he don't give it?
Why y'all don't believe in breaking up?
No.
Why y'all don't believe in leaving bad situations?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because when that's an option, you will always go to it. I got married knowing that I'd never not get married, that I'd never get divorced. So guess what? It ain't no choice but to work it out and see through it.
So 2K.
But when you got them options on the table, you tend to utilize.
2K, in real life, I'm married too. Them options not on the table for me. But I'm telling you this, and it's the frivolous bullshit can't make me leave my husband. But I'm looking you in your face right now and tell you, if that man decided to start putting my head, knocking my head between the washer and the dryer, I might be the fuck out of there, bro.
And if you love me, you a duck.
If I love you, I what?
He's saying you a thug it out, sounding crazy as hell.
Thug it, hell no, bro.
Hey, you need to
Yo.
get that defense up.
I don't.
8 times out of 10,
He
it ain't the
tripped.
man
He
that's
said
going
you
through
a
the domestic
dog.
violence. Like, I'm not going to say women don't put their hands on men, but these men, they change.
No, y'all using extreme situations.
Absolutely.
That's not.
And you gotta
And let's keep it all the way at being. A lot of these women that will claim like, yo, they'll leave their partner and blame it on like physical abuse. A lot of these women partake in that physical abuse. Half the time, these women are the ones that hit first, you know, and create this negative, toxic relationship in which they contribute to it as well. Okay, your man hits you a little harder. You should have known that before you put your hands on him. A lot of these women, they play the game, and then when they're sick of it, they want to play victim as if, well, my man was mentally and physically abusive, and just tries to shame this person as if they're the most evil person on the planet. But woman, you chose to have a kid by him. He was so evil, why'd you have a child by him? You know what I mean? And again, it's you created this toxic environment. You participated in this toxic environment. Don't play victim now.
So much more than what you think it do.
They never take accountability on that. You know what I mean? Everybody a victim.
Facts.
Hold on.
If he putting his hands on you, then it wasn't the first time before you had a kid with him.
Facts.
It is true.
Facts.
All right,
Listen.
that's
It's
fair.
funny how y'all women intuition only work when it's time to leave.
I told you my
It never
intuition never works. It's anxiety.
It never worked before you opened up your legs to him. So your intuition ain't work, and your vetting process ain't work, and none of that stuff worked until afterwards. Until you
No,
was ready
to be
to
fair,
No.
they do be ignoring red flags. I
You
give
know
that.
y'all ignore
I give
red
you that.
flags.
Okay, you won. What's your other question, Bookie?
All right. Is it necessary for dads to be physically present, or can we make it work some other way? So,
Is it necessary for
can we
dads
put
to
the
be?
holiday spirit without everyone under the same roof?
Is it
No.
necessary for dads to help raise their children, or can you do it alone? Look at my lips. Fuck no, you can't do it alone. That's why this world's so fucked up right now. We got emotional, sensitive ass, over the top ass dudes, and we got women who don't know how to be submissive wives. That's why we're so fucked up now. No, we need dads and moms in the household.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree.
The fact that she would even ask that question goes to show you where we are with the times. That which, you know, is it necessary to have a father in the house? Really? Do you not see the crimes that are happening around the world with young men, young teenagers everywhere? Like the things that are missing within the household that are affecting these young kids in the real world. The fact that she had to ask that, why would you even want that as a reality to have to raise a child on your own? I really don't even understand that concept. I really don't. It's we have women trying to raise men to be men.
You need the dad there.
You do. Like, what kind of question is that?
Who the fuck boosts is saying you need to have two parents? What type of nigga is you? Oh, you come from a single.
What
Oh,
you said?
damn.
She said a weak one? Oh, shit. His girl up here with him. I hope you can fight. Lace him up. Okay, so what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think we need to have two-parent households, or can a woman figure it out on her own?
Nah, but listen,
She definitely needs help. Definitely.
yeah, like the examples that's come day in and day out just by watching is something in itself. So it's easy to say,
Crazy
hey, you treat a
question.
man like this, and this. But if you ain't got no examples of it, then you can't do so. You ain't never seen it. My daddy was an episode of the Cosby's, so I thought that's how I was supposed to live life for a long time. But when I got out here, I had to learn the hard way. So yeah, he need to be in the house.
What about you, Anton? Do you think that you can raise a child on your own without having your wife there?
That's wild. What she said?
All right, well, now I got to tell you the truth since you really want to get there. I think that's why the majority of these guys is gay. Honest to God.
Those views are 100% Anton Daniels.
No.
And
Anton about to go to the extreme. The extreme that he just made a reference towards, he about to go towards the extreme.
It's 100% me.
What?
I think that it's a lot of son husbands. Y'all selfish because now you're raising a son to be able to replace the man that you should have been with.
He not wrong
So
about that.
what happens is that man grows up, he'll never tell you, but he resent the fact that he has to replace the husband and be the man of the house early, which he never really understood what it took to be a man. So now he operates out of his emotions and his femininity, which then leads to homosexuality. The reality is that no. We got more.
I was
men
with you,
now
Anton,
that
until we
make
got there.
Emotional decisions versus logic.
Yeah, we do.
Every day.
If that man
And
turned gay, his
I
ass
see
big
a
gay.
lot of guys. It's a lot of guys out here that act like they mama. They don't act like they father.
I don't think it turns him to homosexuality, but
It
I do
does.
think that it makes them very emotional. I
Very
know a lot of
emotional.
dudes out here
Very
that
emotional.
crash out and don't know how to lead, but be upset as fuck that a woman won't submit to them.
You
How can I
cannot
submit
teach-
to you when you've never seen true leadership to know actually
Right,
how to
you ain't-
lead
you
a
ain't
woman?
taking
Y'all keep.
How can I submit to you when whenever something goes wrong with me and I try to express myself to you, you want to match energy and give me bitchness back? How can I submit to you when every time I try to talk to you about something new, it's you trying to just throw off, oh, well, you made me mad when you did this. Nigga, we can't grow and be together in that way. It's impossible. It's two feminine energies. And a lot of the times what's going on with a lot of women, what we don't want to talk about, a lot of women energy going masculine because there's so much bitch assness out here that we have to be masculine in situations.
And then
You
Anton,
can't
you
say
already
y'all,
know.
baby, because I'm not a single parent raising no boys, baby. It's a woman and a man in my household with good ass energy raising on my boys, Bookie.
Come on.
Y'all
Yeah,
gonna
Bookie.
listen to
Know that.
Randy, and y'all gonna crash out. The fact of the matter is,
Y'all listen to
it's
Anton
a
and y'all
lot-
ain't gonna never get no
it's a-
pussy.
That's cool.
But that's not what it's all about.
We got Tesla robots coming. The fact of the
I
matter
heard
is,
it ain't got a coochie yet.
the fact of the matter is, no woman can truly teach a man how to be a man. No matter what
Absolute
you
fact.
I
say,
agree.
no matter how you
I
frame
agree.
it,
I was just saying
my
that.
son 15.
I was just saying that.
you cannot teach him how to be a man. You don't
Tuh.
even know what it. Cause see, men have to suffer. They have to learn how to fail in controlled environments. You can't raise your daughters with the same mindset that you're raising your sons with. And a lot of times they're raising them to be equal. They're not raising them to be men.
And with all due respect to Crystal, you
That's a
raised
good
your
point.
son to be the perfect man for you.
No, I didn't. That part you're wrong on.
Can I take it to let me take it to Rico because he been sitting here, his chest getting big, holding.
I
it
That's a
was
together.
good point.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good point. It's such a powerful statement. Like, women need to hear this more. You cannot raise your son to be a man. It's impossible because just the way we process life is from two completely different spectrums. When Anton says that a man has to suffer, like, men, we have to learn things the hard way. Nothing is given to us. Everything has to be earned. A man that has a mentality of things being given to him is a feminine individual. It's highly competitive and life is hard, especially when you come from a broken home. And most oftentimes, those single mothers do raise their sons to be son husbands. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And unfortunately, as that kid, you don't even realize that how you're being manipulated to have to deal with a woman's emotions and have to be the man of the house at a very early age because there's no father there. You know, and you instantly step into that protector role because there's no man to protect your mom. You know what I'm saying? So you age quicker, you mature faster. That's why people saying that like women mature faster is an abomination. Yeah. What? Take it from me. You know what I mean? I was 21 when I was 15. Okay, and a lot of men will testify by that, and that's the reality of what it is, especially when you come from single parent household, yo. Like, women cannot teach a man how to survive as a man. Just you need a full
All right,
household
cool.
for that.
What you got to say, big dog?
Although I do agree, I think that we also have to understand something, Randy.
What?
A two-parent household is not good enough when the man is just as much as a woman as the woman.
I said that.
But wait, because we gotta touch on the fact that a lot of women
He did
are
say that.
marrying and procreating with women as men. So they have this little boy has a two-parent household, but he has a bitch-ass father.
Facts.
So for me, it's more than the two-parent household. It's about what a man really is.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about essence and boundaries. A man can make money, but if money makes the man, that's still not a man, sweetheart. But if the man is a man without the money, and a man is a man with the money, then he could raise an actual boy to become a man.
Talk your shit, Reek.
But that.
He kind of lost me with this. This is all wordplay, and I'm trying to just like land a plane, make a point. I'm not necessarily picking up on what exactly he's trying to say. Like, a man can make money doesn't make him a man. But if the money makes the man, then we're like, what? Like, listen, making money is almost like the quintessential ceiling for a man. If you're a man and you figured out a skill, a trade, or started your own business that allows you to thrive comfortably, if you're a 9-figure earner, if you're a millionaire because you started that is the essence that all men try to strive for. Creating your own wealth is the ceiling of manhood. So a man, regardless of what decisions or their character, you know what I mean, like, that they might have that might be against, common whatever, if you could achieve that level of accomplishment, that makes you a man. Like, I'm not gonna look at someone that's self-made and made themselves a millionaire. I'm gonna look at them like less of a man because their character is not flattery. Like, that makes no sense to me. Ancient people are rich, broke. Like no, your character is your character. It's separated from all that, bro.
That's my thing. So, like,
That is
we
the
have a
hardest
lot
thing
of
to
men
achieve.
nowadays who
Wealth.
think that they're a man because of financial establishment, and you're still a boy. You're just a boy, and
Do you know the skills it takes to be self-made? Do you know the work and the mental fortitude that it takes to be a self-made, accomplished individual? So, a boy is crazy. A boy is crazy.
you've
I
been
disagree with
accepted
that.
by the woman that married you or is with you. So that doesn't make you qualified to raise another boy and to become a man because it's a hard ass job.
Listen, you
He's
cooked with that
wrong.
one. Y'all, ooh,
He's wrong.
ooh, ooh.
10 times out of 10, he's wrong. And usually,
He said
usually
10
what
times out of
happens
10.
is that shaming language, because a woman doesn't know her place and she doesn't know how to play her role. And that's what happens when you got people that sit here and say they want partnerships instead of saying, I want to be in a marriage. It's too many partnerships, and it's too many women that think that they know what it takes to even identify what a husband is, and y'all don't know. Y'all genuinely don't know. So you marrying somebody or you chasing somebody based off of what you missed because you're seeking a father. And then you want to call him a bitch when you don't necessarily agree with him because you're too masculine. That does not mean he's not a man. And just because a man does not always exert himself does not mean that he's not a man. It just
Yes,
Oh,
the
means
fuck
it
it
means
does.
that
But
he's
didn't you just
enduring.
call these niggas
It
gay?
means that he's enduring through a circumstance that's not ideal because he understands that it's best for the child, and that's why you get most women that walk away exponentially versus men that are willing to endure. Men love harder than women. They
Facts.
love way harder than women. They love harder than women.
I ain't
Tell
never
me.
That's
seen
why when we get cheated on, we broken. We
Bruh.
love you even through your dumbass shit that you do. We overlook everything that's wrong with you in order to endure with you.
Let's get to the
But
next
you
question.
only get a man
Hold on,
one
we're
time
gonna-
like
we're gonna-
that.
I
we're gonna
mean,
get to-
80% of divorce rates in America is often led by women heavily. You know what I mean? So, like, I do agree with that. Like, women often have the view of options. Women are, in this day and age, are the first ones to break up the family bond for, typically it's financial reasons, but for other selfish reasons as well. You know, women think that they have that notion of having options forever, where a man is like, yo, if I'm married to you and you knew what I was, it is what it is. Like, we're married. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna keep the family together. Like, men absolutely, in my opinion, love harder. Like, why do you think men crash out the way that they do? I just watched a video on Instagram that I shared with my boy. A man found out that his wife was cheating on him. She pulled up on the side dude's block, and while they were, mind you, she was bold with it because she was cheating outside. Dude pulled up and started letting off shots. The baby mother, the wife runs in with the guy behind her, and the husband pops out the car and chases him in the crib and airs it out. Yo, men absolutely love harder than women when it comes to marriage and keeping their partners. Like, what?
To the next
Man.
question.
Man, it's
Let
only
no
like
guy
that
tell
one
you who
time
you
though.
are.
Wait.
After
Look
that,
at
they
the way-
turn into
yo,
a straight
man.
dog.
One thing I want to say is,
Look at the people that are incarcerated, bro. Look at the men that are incarcerated. I don't know what the statistics are, but most of these men are locked up all over a woman.
it's important to understand that only a man can define a man, right? So as a man, if a man is a man idealistically to society for the general perspective, then he can be the one to decide what a man is, right? So it's not necessarily the situation in the household, because the only reason why 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 that woman is disrespecting you is because your circle disrespects you. And if I watch your circle
What?
disrespect you, why the fuck would I respect you?
What? Yeah, can we start with this pandering cap narrative? Is like, so your woman's gonna disrespect you because your circle disrespects you? What? Some women are just disrespectful. Some women can't control their urge. Like, yo, modern day women are all, I'm not gonna say all, but like modern day women are alcoholics. I'm just gonna, can't speak to that. Modern day women drink. They smoke weed. You know, a lot of these women can't control their emotions. They don't need to see your clique disrespecting you in order for them to disrespect you. A lot of them will talk to you sideways because that's just the norm. That's regular. So to blame it on the clique, bro, what kind of women you been dating, bro? I disagree with that
okay,
one.
Green Hoodie, what's your question?
What?
Down with that.
What's up? My name is Don Ye.
I
And
wish
Where you
we
from?
had
Talking
more
about what's
time.
up?
what up, though?
Alton said he trying to cook.
And the question I got is, for those who are scared to date outside of what they're accustomed to, that hasn't worked out in the past, what's the first step they should take for like something new, or is it like a mentality shift they should do? Should they find new people or be in new spaces to make things
I
work?
think so.
Chulo, I want to send that over to you. So for those that are stepping outside of dating their type, and they want to get comfortable outside dating their type, how can they go about doing that?
Different environment.
Stop being afraid, man up at first. That was me. That was me. Dating outside the culture because I was afraid of accountability. And 9 times out of 10, a black woman is gonna hold you accountable for your bullshit. And you run away from that or whatever. And that was the case for me. Until I actually got one. And then everything else changed.
Oh, you used to like white girls,
No, Spanish.
Latinos?
Yeah.
Tinas.
Papi chulo.
Papi chulo.
But
Papi.
yeah, everything changed
How
after
you
that.
gonna tell me Latina and my last name Rosario? Nigga, I know. You
Yeah,
don't
but
see this drink in my
everything
hand,
changed.
nigga?
Everything changed.
Okay, so you
Why does
changed.
she talks like an NPC out of Grand Theft Auto or Friday After Next, bro? Like, she drops the N bar way too much for me, bro.
What made you change though? What made you change that? What made you say this shit ain't working? I need to go figure something else out.
Because I realized it was only the fear, the fear of being accountable of anything that I had going on, Like if I wasn't doing enough, I want you to tell me like, yo, hey, this could be better. In a way. Tell
What
me
kind
in
of
a way.
Latinas was you dating? Because all my cousins will cuss you the fuck out.
Okay, this could go on forever, but no, I actually think that these were like valid points, serious conversations that needed to be had pertaining to single mothers raising black kids, the dynamic of whether or not a woman deserves second love after the first mistake or the second or third. A lot of powerful points. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you thought, bro. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys for making it to the end. I'm out.